Church was very moving today because obviously it's Remembrance Sunday, and it always gets me because it's like a day when people stop thinking about themselves and start remembering all these brave souls who died in a war which was just really bloody. I mean, when we have that moment of silence, what's going through my head is these soldiers just marching over the trenches and going into no man's land and just charging, and obviously they're going to die, but that doesn't faze them at all, and that's what I remember about those soldiers. But it always gets me because I think that World War II and World War One were extremely interesting parts of history, and it's one of the things I'm really interested in. And so I do love Remembrance Sunday because it's a chance for us to stop thinking, well, it's all me, and start thinking, well, yeah, about 80 years ago there were these people and they just died trying to protect something which is really quite beautiful. But it was also moving today because it was a church parade. And church parade is when all the beavers, cubs and scouts come. And I hadn't seen the scouts for years. I don't often go to church parade. I don't particularly like it. I don't often go, and I saw these faces from the past, and it touched me really quite a lot because I was seeing all these people, and I thought, well, do you know what? I thought that they given up with it, but no, they are still going, and these people, and they come back to it all, and they were actually doing explorers, and I thought, wow, that's rather interesting. But I have to say, our scouting movement has gone kaput. I mean, it's not as good as it once was. I say the best part of my childhood was probably being a scout. Because when we were scouts, it was fun, it was adventure, it was charging madly around a forest or something, building bases and just having good loads of fun. But it doesn't seem like that is what it is today. Because, obviously, time has gone by, people have moved on, and all the best people have gone. So all the best leaders have really just moved on. I mean, I remember all the wonderful leaders we had. It was a gang, and that's all gone. And I mean, some of the best people in Scouts have also gone. They've moved on. I know them. I'm friends with some of them, my friends on Facebook. But, that's what got me. The fact that time has gone on and things have changed. And that's what really, really got me. Because I thought, well, could I have not been so lazy and become an explorer? And I had a very good reason for leaving, because I was getting old, and most of the scouts were younger than me. So I mean, I was just going on, and really I didn't feel like I belonged there anymore, which is actually quite surprising. But by this point in history, it changed quite a lot. I mean, I'd been there a good number of years, and it wasn't really about the fun anymore. There was no fun there. So, and I left eventually because of this one night when we were there, and we were putting our hands in paint and putting it on a piece of paper. And from that moment, when that happened, I just thought, this is no longer Scouts. This is a childish baby's party. I'm not going to stay. And then I decided I wanted to leave. And that was actually quite a hard thing to do, because I'd been with the Scouts for many years, from a beaver to a cub to a scout, scouting for the longest part, and I'd had so many happy memories there, and I just stopped, and I left, and for a brief period of time I did regret it, but I had gotten quite old, and I'm a Celebrity's back today, which is absolutely brilliant, because I have missed it. But sorry, I don't mean to go back to the sad part again, but I remember last year, I was so excited about I'm a Celebrity coming back. This year, I just haven't got it. I feel so much depressing stuff. When you think about last year, I was so excited, and now I'm not. I mean, I'm excited it's coming back, but I'm not as excited. I don't know why. I mean, I try and face every day like, yay, today's a new day. We're going to do something today. We're going to find something today. We're going to get interested in life. You know, I try and think like that every day. It's not always easy. I try and get everything that's depressing out, which is hard. And I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Joseph and Joel and Callum and all those wonderful people who keep me going. And it really breaks my heart when they say things to me, because I feel like I'm being a really bad friend, because every time I talk to them it's something depressing.